his performance in the first debate.
More Border Patrol.
After a disastrous performance in the first debate.
More Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either.
President Biden has fallen behind former President Donald Trump by 6 points. That's the widest lead in Wall Street Journal polling since 2021.
Both parties were looking to this debate as a way to jolt voters, and Joe Biden came out on the wrong side of that.
As the White House and Biden campaign scramble to contain the fallout, here are the major takeaways from the Wall Street Journal's post-debate poll.
It was a performance that was very uneven, and importantly, it was pretty uneven right from the start. He had difficulty finishing his sentence occasionally.
All right, we've kind of gotten that general consensus since last week, whenever that debate was. There's a headline here on Fox News says Trump focused on campaigning as Democrats are in disarray amid Biden chaos. There's another headline here on Al Jazeera. Who could potentially replace President Joe Biden? The president and his backers are scrambling to assure voters of his mental fitness after the presidential debate. Calls are mounting for U.S. President Joe Biden to step aside as the Democratic Party candidate following his poor performance in the presidential debate against Republican candidate Donald Trump. The 81-year-old president's faltering presentation during the June 27 debate has sparked questions and doubts about his ability to lead for another 4 years. Now, even on the street, as I have conversations with people, I'm noticing that people are not feeling very confident. In fact, I spoke to a lady yesterday who told me that she would rather not vote, that she doesn't want to vote for Trump, but she'd rather not. She's most likely not going to vote. I wanted you to bring us up to speed with this Trump versus Biden news this week. What's going on, sir?
Well, I'd rather that the balanced and unbiased media will not follow the conservative, so-called mainstream media. The one that is being puppeteered by the Australian billionaire who owns the Fox Group and Wall Street Journal, Rupert Murdoch, because what he lives for, and I think now is almost coalescing as an Australian agenda to humiliate America. Whether you are looking at what Julian Assange did with those leaks in those days, as a result of which some arrangements were made, and now is returned to his homeland in Australia. But Rupert Murdoch is there, and he continues to look for things that will shape America according to his vision. I do not think that will happen under our watch. That said, yes, there were faltering and memory freezes for President Joe Biden during that epic encounter with now convicted former President Donald Trump. I'm not one of those who would thumb up for an arrangement in which Joe Biden will step down. Why should it step down? His aging process has not affected his content of character. And this time calls for somebody with character, which is what I expect people to focus on. That is what the basis of comparison should be. Does Donald Trump have character? He does not. Whether in business, whether in office, then even the way he has padded the judicial process in this country, which is almost becoming an embarrassment for America. Justices now saying it is okay for a president to wield unrestrained influence and power, and then making the line so opaque between so thin and nebulous between what constitutes official and personal conduct and misconduct. This should be what this election should be about. The majority Supreme Court justices have disappointed all of us, or majority of us. So where do we go from here? The person who you discussed with, who was saying it will be an option to stay away and not vote. That is an indirect way of suppressing the votes. Everybody should go out there. Let the decision come from the people. What Supreme Court justices cannot deliver, let American voters deliver directly. This is what this time calls for. I do not believe that Donald Trump, in a free and fair election, would be able to defeat Joe Biden. You know, this guy, he's undesirable, and it's not fit for that office. So now, just because somebody is hedging, just because he cannot get his lines, that would be the reason for us to put pressure on him. And by the way, there have been people in the past who did not do well at the initial stage of debate. Remember when we used to speak of the comeback kid because of Bill Clinton's faltering, what's it called, performances when he was running in those days. He turned around the fortune and emerged tops. There have been others like that. So to embarrass him, remember these people set out, Rupert Murdoch and his media empire set out looking for ways of, they had prepared what they would use to embarrass Joe Biden before. If he performed well, they would say, oh, what drug is he on now? This was a sudden burst of energy. When he disgraced them during the last State of the Union address, they say, that energy was not natural. Where did that come from? That's what they are looking for. So being his natural self, what is wrong about aging process? Someday we all pray for longevity. We'll get there too. Then we'll find either how easy it's been for Joe Biden to handle situations at his age. But we need his wisdom. We need his steadiness. We need a stable mind like that of his. We cannot toy with the fortunes of this country, putting Donald Trump in office. It's just going to bomb up everywhere. Everything that he was lying about, so nobody was able to put the lies, the repeated lies told by him on the check to find out that also means that he is not fit to lead us as our president. The fact that he's going to be vengeful, the fact that he's going to use offices, he is not hiding the fact that he's going to go after everybody and disrupt things. So we want to reward him with the White House. He's not coming to our White House. It's not coming. You would see the result. You know, the pollsters will be wrong. They will be proven wrong this time around. It does not matter what anybody thinks. You know, he's been tested, he's been found wanting. And he knows where he should go. And by the way, this Thursday, we don't know what will come out from the judge in the Hutch money matter in New York. We don't know if they are going to step things down because of the new Supreme Court pronouncement. But we expect him to be handed down the sentence. He may not go to the maximum he should have gotten for all that happened because of that guilty verdict on 34 counts. The maximum should have been 4 years in prison. But somehow I don't know how it came to that, because poor people don't get that lucky in this country or anywhere in the world. It's almost becoming the tale of our original country, Nigeria, where somebody will steal a hen or anything, goat, get 27 years. Somebody in government will steal billions. He will be given a slap in the wrist and instead to go and pay 750,000 naira fine. That is what this country is becoming. Now, they say an American president can even take bribe. to do stuff, and then that would not also be a reason for for being tried for any crime. God help all of us. But that is Donald Trump's word. He dreamt it. After all, he said if he shot somebody on the street, you think anything will happen? It will not happen because he's not one of us. This guy is a strange being. Being that strange, he has to be contained. We cannot allow him to be on the loose like the monster he is. That is my honest view. And let me tell you, there will be a turnaround. And you saw the way Joe Biden was able to handle it. Almost reminding me of that classical poem where somebody concluded that, yes, Edmonds have told on us, I'm paraphrasing, not the exact word, talking of an heroic temper, time passing and telling and all that. What we are, we are. That is essentially how I see Joe Biden. He is a man that is an embodiment of strength, character, and the real American spirit. The land of the brave, the home of the free. Thank you.
So I think it's fair that we also speak to. I know you said that character should matter. Who goes into that office? I think it's fair that you also speak to the fact that many people, that this particular election coming up, a major issue for them is the economy.
Yes.
And that's a point of concern for a lot of people.
See, Ola, in
In
terms of
particular
personal,
regards to Biden inflation, and I know Biden is also saying that he inherited a lot of the problems. Can you speak to that, the economy aspect
yes,
of it?
because of time, I'm going to be brief about that. Personal economics, tough. Yes, you know how much you and I spend, and most households in America spend on groceries. I know that such bills have gone up. Being a first-time homeowner is not an easy choice anymore. But how did we get there? And then compare between the inflationary figures of Donald Trump years and that of Joe Biden. Joe Biden met an economy that was in total shambles. That was shambolic. He had to rescue. And it's almost becoming a situation in which Republicans create mess. Democrats come in, they fix it, and then you want to reward them by throwing them out. That should not be the way to go. There must be appreciation. There must be gratitude. And what other thing must we remember? You want to go back to that era in which there will be pandemic and somebody is telling you to go and drink bleach, almost telling you, yes, what about to go and jump into the lagoon? It's not going to be like that. We cannot reward Donald Trump for things. Remember, some of these narcissistic politicians, they are good at creating problems and pretend as if they are trying to help you to fix the problems they created. Donald Trump created all these problems. So for him to come around now to pretend to us that he can fix it, it's not going to fix neither. What he will do is to complicate things and encourage situations in which strong nations will invade weaker nations, take us back to the original cause of the First and Second World War. Because now he would encourage Vladimir Putin to do so many damages. These are the focuses that I have. And on my crystal ball, it does not look good at all to have Donald Trump back in office. And this is somebody who profits on the name of my dear Lord, Jesus Christ. He doesn't have the character of Jesus Christ. He is not an authentic Christian, yet he would want to sell us a bridge and a Bible in the name of Jesus Christ. No, we do not need Donald Trump. I think Americans should think better. We should not think funny.
All right. So there's this. I'm looking at some of the other issues that are of concern. What do you think about what do you think that Biden could have improved on significantly in this last week in response to
The
his
job, yes,
performance?
the number of jobs created since he came in. Yeah, there are studies showing that this is unprecedented in the history. Are you listening? Hello? So, I know.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, and we are fine. We are
Oh, okay.
family-friendly people, and when the children are back, they
Oh,
must be okay.
you heard that?
And I'm thrilled by
I-
that. And I'm pleased by that. It's not, yeah, it's not embarrassment. That is,
it's cool. It's cool.
yeah, that is called cool fatherhood. Now, the point I'm making exactly is that, see, Donald Trump and Joe Biden, they are not a match. I mean, Joe Biden is a man that is way ahead by comparison when you're talking of character. So just let us leave it there. Joe Biden is fine. He's going to pull through. And I don't know why Democrats allow this.
I guess the major question is that
Yes.
a lot of people will be asking you, which I think we have the answer already, is
Yes.
that should it be able to pull through? Because it's
It
much
should be.
this issue is much more than just whatever our perception of these characters or these persons are. It's
Yes.
about the policies and what's good for the nation.
Joe Biden's policies, the jobs, the unprecedented number of jobs, employment opportunities created, and real jobs, the inflation, the performances of the stock market, they have really proven that he is a better handler of the system of the economy than Donald Trump. That is the point I'm making. Yes, you check the figures out. He's done better than him.
Right.
You know, yes.
All right. Thank you so much for that. Hit the
By
like button,
him,
share.
what I'm saying is that Joe Biden has done much better in terms of the economy than Donald Trump. Donald Trump did not do well in personal capacity.
I'm still listening to the general public out there, and that's not the I don't have the stats, but what I'm on my immediate circle,
Yeah, you are listening.
I'll give you an example.
To the vocal minority. That is what they do.
I'll give you an example. We were at the church barbecue on Thursday,
Right.
for the July 4th. There was actually a minority one person who was very loud, very emotional, and guess who he was for? He was for Joe Biden. And he was just extremely passionate. There was one other lady who said Trump will sleep and will not wake up.
I wish.
So I don't know if you know where we're getting at. These are very emotional angles to real life issues, and that's not helping.
Yes, because see,
It's either we have that or we have people that are saying they might not go out there and vote.
When you look at what Donald Trump is offering this nation, how is demeaning humans, reducing them to roaches and bugs and vermins and what have you, before having to clamp down on them when he eventually gets there. Compare between that and the agenda of Nazist Germany under Adolf Hitler. Then you would wish that this guy doesn't even come near office, the White House, anymore. So if you see somebody who is saying, "Oh, she wished that he would sleep and not wake up," I don't have that wish for anybody, but the fear is real, and this is why I am making this passionate appeal to our own community. African immigrants, you know the number. Add it to that, which would put Donald Trump effectively in check. Let us give him that solution.
The other side of
All
things,
of us.
the other side of things, I want to encourage anybody who really wants the Democrats to remain in office. They need to spend more time mobilizing people, because this guy has some tremendous amount of
I
chance.
need some life in your voice, Ola, because you're sounding despondent right there. I want some life.
I'm
and
right.
vibe in
I'm
your
right
voice.
dead in the middle. I'm on the
Yes.
fence. If
Yes.
that's what you
I
want to
want some
know,
life. Yes, I want some life in your voice.
I'm on the
Even if-
fence.
Even
And
if Donald Trump is going to win, let us laugh him to scorn. And
wait, I'm
at
on the
his best,
fence,
he's not
Chief.
going to offer
Chief,
anything.
I'm on the fence, right? And I'm on the
Yes.
fence because the cases that are being made by Democrats are not solid. They're not backed by the policies. They are more emotional than
says?
anything else. So,
Yes.
and that's
Emotion is
fun.
also ara ìjàlẹ́yìn now, Ola. Ara ìjàlẹ́yìn. Emotion
Okay.
is part of it.
I get that, but we have to back up the Enyi with some kind of
Solid punches.
yes, because that's
Knockout.
only going to lead to people not feeling so sure. Because, like you said, the popular votes last time went to the Democrats. That's just not the game, right?
It's always been like that.
Aha.
The
So,
electoral
but the
college is where
game
people do
needs.
their. That is where they perpetrate their wayo, their fraud.
Okay, so
Yes.
so yes, and when it comes down to Ara Ijalenyi, I don't know if anybody can bite more than Trump either. So
Well, if he doesn't know how to buy, you can learn from Mike Tyson.
I think his bites are stronger and they are meaner and they are absolutely not fair. He will bite you in the wrong places. So
You know what?
he has an upper
You know-
hand in that one. But
you know what? Like
in
the people
policies,
here.
we can't afford to lose to him. Okay. Alright.
That's right.
We're watching. We're watching. All of us are watching. We shall see.
Yeah.
We
It's
shall
a-
see. We see how
it's
it
all
goes. All right. So listen, we got one more story for the rest of the day. Hit that like button, share, subscribe, and follow, and check out this next segment.